Here are the top 10 British landmarks that should be on your bucket list this year. Number 10. Stonehenge in Wiltshire. These 4,500-year-old Wiltshire stones attract regular visitors and tourists from all over the world. Known as a wonder of the world and a very spiritual place, the exact origin and placement of the stones is still unknown, which is what makes them so magical. As well as the stones themselves, they also have an exhibition museum displaying a range of timely artifacts. Why not visit during the summer solstice, their most popular event, to watch the sunrise from behind the stones? Number 2. White Cliffs of Dover. Directly 21 miles away from France, these big cliffs of this seaside county hold an immense amount of historical significance. As well as being the location used primarily in the Second World War, the cliffs were also home to several historical buildings, such as the Langdon Convict Prison and the tramway. Wander along the cliffs or perhaps stop off for a tour of the Fan Bay Deep Shelter for a look into World War II time capsule. Number 3. Canterbury Cathedral in London. Standing tall since the Middle Ages, this iconographic 1400-year-old cathedral is well known for its prominence in medieval England. The Archbishop of Canterbury was the most religious figure to stay at the cathedral, as well as the most famous to be deceased there. After being restored to its glory after many years, tourists can now wander the halls, decorated with memorabilia and mock scenes from the historical age. Number 4. Edinburgh Castle in Edinburgh. As one of the oldest fortified castles in Europe, this historic monument was once a royal residence, a military fort and a prison. Held as a former seat of kings and queens of Scotland, this castle holds ancient artifacts, such as the crown sceptre and the Sword of State, the oldest in the UK, the Stone of Destiny. They also have a National War Museum on site explaining how the castle was utilised during the war over the years. Number 5. The Lake District in Cumbria. Visit England's largest national park for an experience that will have you thinking you're on holiday abroad. Take a stroll along or hike around the park ground for a memorable and picturesque experience. Or perhaps engage in one of their many activities dotted around the park, such as cycling, stargazing, boating, and guided walks. With 10 unique regions of the district, there is no doubt that you will have to make more than one trip. Number 6. Angel of the North in Gateshead. Anthony Gormley's Angel of the North is one of the most famous art landmarks in the UK. This iconographic monument towers 20 metres high and 54 metres wide, which is as wide as a jumbo jet. Installed in 1998, this giant structure made of weather-resistant steel sits just off the A1 visible for passers-by. It's the perfect place for an Instagram-worthy snap, so make sure you visit on a beautiful day. Number 7. Durdledore in Dorset. This coastal beach makes for a gorgeous view and an experience, whatever the weather. Being one of the most famously photographed beaches and landmarks, this iconic natural arch, eroded by the waves, is truly a sight to see both in person and through your camera lens. Relax and enjoy a day at the seaside and soak in the gorgeous surrounding scenery at this iconic British location. Next one. Brecon Beacons National Park. This famous national park in the Valley of Wales is the perfect place to add to your travel bucket list. With astounding views of the Welsh countryside and wildlife, this is truly a traveller's dream location. As well as a breathtaking scenery, there are plenty of activities to try, like rock climbing, underground excursions, and stargazing. Or perhaps take a hike up Pen y Fan, the highest mountain range in South Wales, standing at 886 metres.